Imagine this moment. Your phone lights up with a message you didn't expect. Maybe it's bad news about money, a problem at work, or a relationship conflict that suddenly shakes your peace. Your heart starts racing. Your thoughts spiral. Your mind jumps from one worst-case scenario to another. In seconds, your calm disappears. Most people react exactly like this. Stress takes control. Emotions take over. Decisions become impulsive. But thousands of years ago, a group of philosophers discovered a different way to face chaos. A way to stay calm when the world around you is falling apart. These were the Stoics, and their secret is surprisingly simple. They understood something that most people never learn. Difficult situations are not what destroy our peace. Our reaction to them is if you can control your reaction, you can control your life. Stoic philosophy teaches that external events are never fully under our control. The economy changes. People betray us, plans fail. Life throws unexpected obstacles. But there is one thing that always remains in our power. Our mind. The Stoics trained themselves to focus on what they could control and let go of everything else. This mindset allowed them to remain calm even in the most extreme circumstances. One of the greatest Stoic thinkers was Marcus Aurelius. He wasn't just a philosopher. He was the emperor of Rome. He ruled during wars, plagues, political betrayal, and enormous pressure. Yet he wrote something powerful in his personal journal. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Think about that for a moment. Most people spend their lives trying to control things they cannot control. They worry about other people's opinions. They panic about things that haven't even happened yet. They allow small problems to destroy their peace. The Stoics did the opposite. When something difficult happened, they paused and asked one simple question. Is this within my control? If the answer was no, they refused to waste emotional energy on it. This simple mental shift creates an incredible level of calm. Imagine losing a job unexpectedly. Many people would immediately panic. Thoughts of fear begin flooding the mind. How will I pay my bills? What if I never find another opportunity? What will people think about me? But a Stoic would approach the situation differently. They would accept the reality of the event without emotional resistance. The job loss happened. That part is outside their control. But what happens next is still within their power. Their effort, their mindset, their next action. Instead of panic, they move with clarity. This doesn't mean Stoics suppress their emotions. It means they don't allow emotions to control their decisions. They create space between the event and their reaction. And in that space, they find power. Let's bring this closer to everyday life today. Think about social media. Every day people compare themselves to others. Someone else seems more successful. Someone else seems happier. Someone else appears to be winning at life. Comparison creates stress, jealousy, and frustration. But the Stoic mindset cuts through this illusion immediately. Other people's lives are not within your control. Their achievements are not within your control. Their opinions are not within your control. The only thing that belongs to you is your character, your discipline, and your actions. When you truly understand this, comparison loses its power over you. Another Stoic technique for staying calm is called negative visualization. At first this idea sounds strange. The Stoics would intentionally imagine things going wrong. They would picture losing possessions, facing obstacles, or experiencing setbacks. But they did this for a powerful reason. When you mentally prepare for difficulties, you are no longer shocked when challenges appear. Instead of panic, you feel readiness. For example, Imagine preparing for an important meeting at work. Most people hope everything goes perfectly. But when something unexpected happens, they freeze. A Stoic would think differently. They might ask themselves, what if the meeting becomes difficult? What if someone disagrees with me? What if the plan changes? By mentally preparing for these situations, they remove the element of surprise. When the challenge appears, they remain calm because they expected it. Another powerful Stoic habit is controlling internal dialogue. Your mind is constantly speaking to you. Sometimes the voice is supportive. Other times it becomes your greatest enemy. During difficult moments, the mind often exaggerates problems. This is a disaster. Everything is ruined. I can't handle this. The Stoics trained themselves to challenge these thoughts. Instead of reacting emotionally, they examined their thinking logically. Is this really a disaster? Or is it simply a challenge that can be solved step by step? This shift in perspective transforms panic into problem solving. Modern life is filled with pressure. Financial stress, relationship struggles, career uncertainty, and constant digital noise make it easy to feel overwhelmed. But Stoic wisdom remains incredibly powerful even today. Imagine someone stuck in traffic while rushing to an important appointment. Frustration begins building immediately. They start blaming other drivers, complaining, and stressing over something they cannot change. A Stoic approach would look different. Traffic is outside your control. Your reaction is not instead of anger. The Stoic might use the moment to think, breathe, or listen to something meaningful. The situation remains the same. But the emotional experience becomes completely different. Another important Stoic principle is acceptance of reality. Many people suffer not because of events themselves, but because they resist what has already happened. They keep replaying the past in their minds. They wish things had gone differently. But the Stoics believed that fighting reality only creates more pain. Acceptance does not mean giving up, it means acknowledging the situation clearly so you can respond wisely. When you accept reality, your mind becomes calmer. And when your mind is calm, your decisions become stronger. One powerful Stoic practice is something called the pause. When something stressful happens, the Stoics trained themselves not to react immediately. Instead, they paused. Just a few seconds of silence can completely change the outcome of a situation. During this pause, emotions begin to settle. The mind becomes clearer. Instead of reacting impulsively, you respond intentionally. Think about how many conflicts start because someone reacts too quickly. A harsh message is sent. A hurtful word is spoken. A decision is made in anger. But if you pause, even briefly, you regain control. This small habit can transform your relationships, your work, and your peace of mind. Another Stoic lesson for staying calm is focusing on the present moment. Most anxiety comes from living in the future. What if things go wrong? What if I fail? What if everything falls apart? But the future only exists in imagination. The present moment is where your real power lives. The Stoics understood this deeply. They trained themselves to focus on the task directly in front of them. When you focus on what you can do right now, fear begins to shrink. Action replaces anxiety. And slowly, step by step, difficult situations become manageable. Even physical discomfort was something Stoics practiced facing calmly. Some Stoics would intentionally take cold baths, eat simple food, or practice voluntary discomfort. This wasn't punishment, it was training. They were teaching their minds that discomfort is not something to fear. When you become comfortable with discomfort, difficult situations lose their power over you. You become mentally stronger, calmer, more resilient. Think about the strongest people you know. They're not calm because life is easy. They're calm because they have trained their minds to face challenges without panic. Stoicism is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about becoming the kind of person who remains steady no matter what happens. The storms of life will come. Financial setbacks, personal loss, unexpected problems. No philosophy can remove these realities. But Stoicism teaches something far more powerful. It teaches you how to remain strong inside the storm. When you master your thoughts, you master your reactions. When you master your reactions, you master your life. Calm is not something you wait for. It is something you build through discipline and perspective. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen your character. Every obstacle becomes training for your mind. And slowly, something powerful begins to happen. The same situations that once caused stress no longer shake you. You become steady, focused, unbreakable. That is the power of Stoic calm. If this message helped you see challenges differently, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Stoic wisdom and powerful lessons that will help you build a stronger mind and a calmer life. Because the world may always be chaotic, but your mind doesn't have to be.